Alright, hello guys, and welcome to your weekly US weather forecast. Today we're going to be covering the 17th through the 23rd, that is Monday to Sunday, and we're going to take a look real quick at our temperature anomalies here. Now, in this tool you can kind of see the comparative to average temperature, and you can really see the trend at warmer here. Basically everywhere except for the Gulf Coast is above average, and even there we're only slightly below average. Everywhere else it looks above average, and even in that red section it's highly above average. Again, it's still going to be cold in Montana and the Dakotas and Minnesota, obviously, just comparative to normal. I mean, we could be looking at overall over the entire week 10 degrees warmer than average for some of those areas, so very, very far above average for those areas, well above average. I made it pretty clear with the words there, and in my pattern change video or whatever I titled it, I also made it pretty clear that this looks to be the trend going forward. Now, looking at the precipitation, it looks pretty dry there for the four corner states, as well as Nevada, Idaho, and portions of Wyoming, and then also for the Gulf states into a lot of the portions of the Corn Belt, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Wisconsin, Michigan, Iowa, Missouri. All those areas look really dry, especially in that darker brown section. Now, we do have two sections of above average precipitation. You might not be able to see one. That's in Florida. You can barely see that, but that's where it's slightly above average precipitation. And then in the Pacific Northwest, we're going to have well above average precipitation in a lot of areas in that dark green section covering Seattle and some of those portions in Washington. I actually accidentally covered it up with the words above average, but there is a darker green section in there, a third shade of green in there. And then there's that medium tier. That's where we will have a few inches above average. And then in that lighter section, that's where we will be seeing quite a bit of precipitation over the weekend that'll lead to slightly above average precipitation most likely. Now, let's get into your special note portion of the video. This is where I kind of highlight certain storm systems that look to affect the United States at some point during this week. Now, our first one is going to be a winter storm that's going to be moving through. I've already made a video on this one. This is for the 17th through the 19th. It's going to affect the New England area, dropping 3 to 6 inches for some areas, 6 inches plus in some areas as well. So in that blue section, we will be dealing with a winter storm from the 17th through the 19th, so tomorrow through the 19th. Now, from the 18th through the 20th, we're going to have a heavy storm that goes to the Pacific Northwest. It's going to lead to heavy rain and heavy snow for some areas. A lot of heavy precipitation with that one. That's going to be a particularly potent storm, I think, in those areas, especially Oregon and Washington. Maybe portions of Idaho as well. So that's your special note number 2. Again, 18th through 20th. And your special note number 3, this is the 20th through the 23rd. It's actually that same system is going to move into the eastern United States and lead to a big rainstorm. The energy is going to kind of transfer east, and we could be dealing with, the models are leaning towards a big rainstorm for these areas. I say rainstorm because, well, it doesn't look like there will be much wintry precipitation with this one, as it'll be kind of like a warmer time frame there. Now, I was eyeballing a snowstorm, and it could possibly still become a snowstorm at some point, and I'll obviously update you guys on that if that does happen, but for right now it looks like a rainstorm at this point primarily. Obviously, I think some areas would see flakes from this, given that it's you know, mid to late December, but it looks primarily like a rainstorm at this point. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this weekly forecast, and I hope you guys have been liking these types of videos. Feel free to like and comment and show your support for these types of videos, just so I know that everybody is enjoying these types of videos, and it also helps the algorithm of YouTube, you know, show this to more people, because I do think that I bring quite useful information for people who have commutes and everything, all sorts of stuff. I do have useful information for that, so I think the bigger the reach, the better. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great week. I'll see you guys in the next video.